Myself Arjun Pal, and I'm pursuing my second SEM in Computer Science and Engineering and Cybersecurity from Shri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Bangalore. So today I've been giving the topic of hazardous waste management. Coming to introduction to hazardous waste management. Hazardous waste poses serious risk to human health and the environment. Effective management is crucial to minimize these dangerous dangers through proper generation, storage, transport, treatment, and disposal procedures. Understanding hazardous waste generation. First, identifying hazardous waste. Hazardous waste are any solid, liquid, or gaseous material that pose risk to human health or the environment due to their chemical, physical, or biological properties. Second is sources of hazardous waste. Hazardous waste is generated from a variety of industrial processes such as chemical manufacturing, petroleum refining, metal processing, and electronics production. Third is classifying hazardous waste. Hazardous wastes are classified based on characteristics like ignitability, corrosivity, reactivity, and toxicity, which determine the proper handling and disposal methods. So, what are proper hazardous waste storage and collection? First is designated storage areas. Hazardous waste management waste must be stored in clearly marked, secure area away from high traffic zone and impairable materials. These areas should be designed to contain any spills or leaks. The second one is proper containers. Hazardous waste must be stored in sturdy leak-proof containers that are compatible with the waste type. Containers should be properly labeled and kept closed when not in use. Third one is scheduled pickup. Regular hazardous waste pickups by licensed transporters should be scheduled to ensure timely removal and prevent on-site accumulation beyond permitted time limits. Fourth one is employee training. All employees who handle hazardous waste must receive proper training on safe storage, collection, and emergency response procedures to minimize risk and ensure compliance. Talking about hazardous waste transfer and transport regulations. First is transportation. Hazardous waste must be transported in specifically licensed vehicles that meet strict safety and contaminant requirements. Second one is manifests. Detailed manifests must accompany hazardous waste during all stages to transport, tracking the waste from generator to disposal. Third is regulations. Transport of hazardous waste is heavily regulated at federal, state, and local levels to ensure safe handling and disposal. Coming to hazardous waste processing and treatment methods. First is neutralization, that is adjusting pH to less hazardous level. Second is stabilization, that is binding hazardous compound to solids. Third is incineration, that is burning waste at high temperatures. After hazardous waste is collected and transported, it must be properly processed and treated to reduce its hazardous properties. Common methods include neutralization to adjust pH, stabilization to bind hazardous compounds, and incineration to destroy organic compound at extremely high temperatures. Each technique has specific applications and limitations based on the waste characteristics. Coming to hazardous waste disposal options and considerations. First is landfill disposal. Hazardous waste can be safely disposed of in specifically designed and regulated landfills. These facilities have stringent safeguards to prevent contamination of the surrounding environment. Second is incineration. High temperature incineration is an effective method for destroying the chemical structure of many hazardous compounds, reducing their volume and toxicity before final disposal. Third is deep well injection. Liquid hazardous waste can be pumped into secure underground geological formations, permanently isolating them from the biosphere. And the last one is chemical treatment. Specialized chemical process can neutralize, stabilize, or solidify hazardous wastes, making them less reactive and more suitable for safe disposal. Talking about minimizing hazardous waste generation, first is source reduction. Implement process changes to eliminate or minimize the creation of hazardous waste at the source, such as using less hazardous materials or improving efficiency. The second one is recycling and reuse. Identify opportunities to recycle, recover, or reuse hazardous waste materials and bioproduct within your operations, reducing the amount that requires disposal. Third one is inventory management. Carefully track hazardous material inventory to avoid overpurchasing and minimize waste from expired or outdated products. Talking about hazardous waste manifesting and record keeping. Hazardous waste manifests. Detailed shipping documents that track the movement of hazardous waste from the generator to the final disposal site include information on the waste type, quantity, and handling instructions. Second, record keeping requirements. Generator transporters and treatment or disposal facilities must maintain comprehensive records of all hazardous waste activities for at least 3 years. This ensures regulatory compliance and enables audits. The third one is electronic reporting. Many jurisdictions now require electronic submission of hazardous waste manifests and other reports through specialized software or web portals. This streamlines data tracking and improves transparency. Coming to waste compliance and reporting. Regulatory compliance. Adhering to hazardous waste regulatory regulation is crucial. Companies must understand and comply with EPA, OSHA, and local or state requirements for manifesting, record keeping, and reporting hazardous waste activities. Second, manifesting and documentation. Proper hazardous waste manifesting and documentation is essential. Detailed records must be maintained for waste generation, storage, transportation, treatment, and disposal to demonstrate regulatory compliance. Third is reporting requirements. Companies generating hazardous waste must submit periodic reports to EPA and state agencies disclosing waste quantities, disposal methods, and other information. Timely and accurate reporting helps ensure proper oversight. Last one is inspection and audits. Regulatory agencies conduct routine inspection and audits to verify hazardous waste compliance. Facilities must be prepared to demonstrate their adherence to all applicable rules and regulations. Coming to the conclusion and best practices. Last but not the least, in summary, effective hazardous waste management is crucial for protecting the environment and public health by following regulations and best practices through the waste life cycle organization can minimize risk and ensure compliance. And this brings us to an end of the presentation. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. I hope you find the video helpful. So please do like this video and do share it with your friends. Thank you.